everyone. Welcome to our conversation about all things energy, where we will be talking about all things spiritual, metaphysical, and cosmic. In this video and our future videos, we are going to be talking about everything from astrology to ascension, from psychic development to channeling, and more. We've also created several past videos where we give you tips on how to ground your energy and tell you why that's so important, and tell you all the different ways to read energy. Also, how to tell what your intuitive strengths are. So we hope you'll check out our current and future videos and that you enjoy what we're creating. Our goal for these videos is to just help you on your spiritual path by sharing some tools and experience that we have all gained over several years of working through this ascension process and developing our own intuitive abilities. So we hope you stick around, and we're glad that you're here. So before we get started with tonight's topic, why don't we take a minute and introduce ourselves? Yaila, you want to start?
Yes. Hello, I am Yaila, and I am an intuitive teacher and healer, as well as a theta healer practitioner. And I teach people how to strengthen their intuition through different workshops and courses. And as well, I also do readings and healings on the side. So happy to have you here.
And Miss Corey.
Hi, I'm Corey, and I am a clairvoyant teacher and energy healer. And I love working with my clients to help them heal themselves from trauma or anything else that they, need healing. And I just love energy. I love energy, and everything energy is what all of us do. Especially, I can speak for myself. Yeah.
And I am Peyton. I am an intuitive and a channel. I'm also a certified energy healer and Akashic Records healer. And I help sensitives and light workers connect with their intuition, their higher self, and their guides so they can live happier, healthier lives. So we are all so excited that you're here tonight. And tonight our topic is energy protection, what it is and why you need it. So Yaila, energy protection, what do you think?
So it's funny because before I really got into the energy work itself, I was actually really fearful of what other people could like put in my space or how they impacted me, just because I was so sensitive to the world around me. And after learning some different tools, now I'm like, I got it. So how I would describe energy protection, it's really about, it's a vibration, it's a frequency that I see for people. So when you're vibrating at a certain level, meaning I bring in, I say amusement and curiosity, my superpowers. You'll probably hear me say that a bunch of times, but when I'm vibing at amusement, or I can keep myself in that space, I've worked with some gnarly people going through some gnarly stuff, and I'm able to keep my vibration high where I don't really feel it impacting my space as much. Energy protection can cover things like if someone tries to cast a spell on you, if they're throwing their own energy at you, like even something simple, driving down the street and somebody flips you off or cuts you off, they're throwing energy at you and you're impacted, your whole vibration shifts. So if you're able to keep yourself grounded and your vibration high, you're not going to be impacted by other people trying to control the energy in your space. You are senior in your space. So once you really understand that concept, and, of course, there's many tools to do that, grounding, guided meditations, getting readings, healings, clearings, things like that. There's many forms to help you clear your energy and help you put up your own protections. I've taught people to put up protections if they're getting messages from people that have, crossed over to the other side and they're trying to sleep. There's ways that you can kind of protect your energy from all different things, whether it's, connecting with other beings from the other side, or if it's literally someone that flipped you off on the street. So there's a lot of levels to energy protection, I would say. But the biggest thing would be really controlling your vibration and really being seen in your space, I think, are the biggest keys that I found in protecting your energy.
Great point. Great point. Corey, what's your take on energy protection?
Well, I mean, that was great points, Yaila. And I have to say, this is one of my favorite subjects. It's one of my favorite energies, because this is actually what brought me to develop my clairvoyant abilities and telepathy, and I'm a Reiki practitioner as well. But this is what brought me to develop all this, because most of my life, I mean, I've been stalked. That seemed to be the energy that I drew to me. Was just obsession, and then when my daughter was born, and several years after that, people always were grabbing at her, at school, and she'd say, "Mom, what do I do?" And then I went, through several relationships, but the last one that really did me in, so to speak, my choice. I mean, I admit it was my doing. I chose it, but I was completely, my daughter and I both were completely PTSD. Like, we felt raw. So anybody that was looking at us, or literally just driving down the road, I mean, it didn't help that we were both being stalked. But when I found out about energy protection, that it was possible, this is what got us into training. That was our intention, was how can we protect ourselves? And we're not talking about a dog, and we're not talking about a boyfriend, and we're not talking about a firearm. My daughter too was so sensitive. I mean, so sensitive. She felt everything. So when it came to, oh, you can energetically protect yourself, it's like, what? So that's why this is one of my favorite subjects. And it has been life changing for me and my daughter. So, like Yaila was saying, is that, energies that are thrown at you, I came from a victim mentality. Gosh, did I just say that? Yeah, I saw that. I said that. I felt like a victim. And yes, some of them were legitimate victimizations, but energetic protection taught me, yes, how to be responsible for myself. Like, I am the keeper. This is a saying by Kyle Gray, who I absolutely love. He says, I am the keeper of my mind and of my body. And that resonated so much with me. And as we all three of us have been trained, is to be senior in our space. So we're in charge of, like, what comes in, what goes out. Energy is either ours or it's not. And that to know that we can make the choice, what energy comes at us and what energy doesn't. And that's where energetic protection comes in. There's several ways of doing it. As you rise, I loved how you said, Yaila, about, staying in a certain frequency. And, when we talk about frequency, which is energy, you, for example, say that you know somebody who's just constantly angry, and what do they draw in? They draw in fights and, all that sort of thing. So whatever you're being mindful of, and whatever you carry inside of you, is what's going to be drawn to you. So for me, as being in that victimhood, of course, I kept drawing in more of that. So being seen in your space means that, first, for me, it meant that, oh, I have a choice. You know what? I have a choice. And, through meditation and energy work, we talk a lot about bubbles, putting bubbles, around our our bodies and our auras, that sort of thing, and putting others in there in a bubble if they get to be too much. But energy protection is spiritual spiritual body in a human experience 101. As far as I'm concerned, I do not walk out of the door without my energetic protection. It is life-saving for me because I can also energetically protect my car, crazy people driving down the road. I can, we talked about grounding. That has a lot to do with it. Meditation and learning the tools, energetic protection. It's one of my favorite energies. So, Peyton.
I'm with you, Corey. Energy protection, 100%. I think it is the bread and butter of what we do. And what energy protection means to me when I think of it is just keeping other people's energy out of your space. That's how I look at it. In our last video, we were talking about how as you move about through your day, you're exchanging energy with everyone that you meet and you encounter and you pass on the street. We're picking up little bits of their energy and we're holding it in our energetic field. And it's just not good to hold other people's energy in your space. And so energy protection for me is about setting a boundary, just a personal boundary or a barrier around your energy field. It's like personal space, basically. And it is really some of the simplest work that we do. When I teach my clients energetic protection tools, they can put their energy protection up in less than 2 minutes before they start their day. So these are things that are simple to do. They're easy visualizations, and they'll keep your energetic field clean and protected all day long. And I really notice a difference on those days that I forget to put my energy protection up. I mean, within a couple hours, I'll notice that my energy is starting to fade. My anxiety starts to creep up a bit. I start to feel a little depleted, a little stressed out, even if the stress isn't mine. And I'm like, oh, I didn't put my energy protection tools up today. So you can really viscerally see and feel the difference between when you use these tools and the days that you forget to. Because I have so much energy on the days that I use my energy protection. And like you, Corey, I don't leave the house or get in the car without a full battery of energy protection tools around me, because it makes that big of a difference. And it makes such a difference in how you feel at the end of the day when you're not carrying everybody's anger from rush hour and the grumpy coworker and whoever else you bumped up against. And so I think it's a game changer, especially for anyone who's empathic or sensitive, because sensitives tend to pick up other people's energy so much more easily in a detrimental way. So for me, as a hypersensitive empath, the energy protection tools have been an absolute game changer for me. And I teach all my sensitive clients that this is a must to just do these simple things. You can do it in 2 minutes a day, and it will change your entire day, how you feel, just with these simple practices. And I think that it's particularly important with what's going on in the world right now. The collective is so full of fear and anger and chaos, and you just really don't want to be soaking up any of that additional anger on top of just us trying to find our way through these crazy times ourselves. And so energy protection can just help keep everyone's issues to themselves and just keep you in a nice, clean, high vibrational space. So to me, energy protection is a mandatory for me. And I think it's one of the most important things anybody can do to, protect and control their energy, just to feel better and not be so drained at the end of the day. So I'm a huge fan.
Absolutely. And hearing both of you speak, it just reminded me too, because, we're all empathic, and I didn't realize how much energy I was taking on in my own space that belonged to other people until I started using these tools. And I was like, people pleaser, like every aspect of my life, like huge people pleaser, and learning how to have energy protection actually taught me where my boundaries were and how to uphold my boundaries. So it was kind of like the beginning step for me in really learning about boundaries and understanding like, oh, there's a boundary there. I didn't realize there was, but now there is. So energy protection really like opened that up for me.
Yeah. I think there's a reason why it's the first thing we teach, right? Is we teach people to protect their energy because it's the bread and butter, guys. It's so important.
Well, and you know what too is what comes to mind is that, you know, it for me, it helps me to be out in the world and with confidence, but also feel safe. You know, I feel safer when I do my energy protection. And certainly, you know, my daughter, my goodness, I mean, that was the whole reason. You know, she couldn't sit in a restaurant, you know, without headphones on, you know, because she'd say, you know, Mom, do you see that? Do you see that? She could feel everything. And so that was really one of the major things that put both of us actually on this path. So I wanted her to be able to go out in the world, you know, and to be able to function because she couldn't. And I certainly was at points in my life struggling with that. So that's why, you know, when we mention the energy protection, you know, I'm like, because it has changed. It has changed my daughter's life, but it's changed my life because I can go out and not be in fear. You know, it's actually given me so much freedom. And I've seen it have, you know, give so many of my clients and students that freedom, you know, big freedom by just having energy protection. Yeah.
Absolutely. I used to always feel like really nervous being in public and really uneasy. And I didn't realize it was just because I was picking up on all this other stuff and it just felt really awkward in my space. And so same thing, it's like energy, like you were saying, Corey, with you and your daughter, it's like I could actually go and function in the world and I could walk into a group of people and not feel like nervous or anxious or put off or go into hermit mode because everything was just so uncomfortable. So yeah.
Yeah, you start to realize how it helped me realize how much stuff I was picking up from other people. I thought it was my, you know, anxiety and tension. And once I started using my protection, I'm like, hey, that wasn't me. I was picking all of this up from everyone around me. But as empaths, it can be hard to find that boundary to know, you know, what's you and what is someone else. And this is a great way to kind of put that separation up and be like, oh, okay, I feel so much calmer now. Because you separate yourself.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Well, girls, you wrap up.
So much calmer. Yes. So much calmer.
It is. Yaila, how can people find you?
People can find me first and foremost at my website, yailaweddle.com. And there I have some weekly videos, some courses, some online courses, workshops, and some meditations, some free meditations. So check that out. You can also find me at Instagram at Yaila, just my first name. Or I also teach at Intuitive Insights. So their website is myintuition.net. And you can always check out all the great workshops and classes they have coming up.
And Corey, how about you? Where can people find you?
Yeah, hi, I'm Corey, still here. You can you can find me actually at Intuitive Insights, where both Yaila and I teach, and that's at myintuition.net. And I'm in the process of creating all my own new Instagram social media. Until then, you can find me at Corey Jean, JEEND. That's on Twitter. And you can find me on Instagram at Corey Jean. It's Corey is Corey, by the way. Oh, it's right there. Corey, Corey. Jean, Jeen, Davidson, the makeup queen. Corey Jean, the makeup. No, it's at Corey Jean, the makeup queen. That's my Instagram. That's where you can find me.
And you can find me on my website, which is peytonenergetics.com, where you can find all of my courses and my classes and some great free meditations. And come hang out with me on social media. On Instagram, I am at Peyton Energetics. So thank you, girls, so much. This has been a great conversation, so much great energy. And we're so excited that you guys are watching us. Make sure you check out our future videos and check out the ones we've already done. And we hope to have many more great conversations to help you on your ascension journey. Have a great day.